Welcome, you're watching Kaleidoscope Life News Capsule.
With sustainability at the fore of many an export industry, the apparel industry in particular needs to up its ante when it comes to its manufacturing processes. The dyeing process, which therefore comes on top. 3H Innovations, which began working on dyes for the food industry, are now using the technology to create color palettes for the apparel industry to make it a 100% natural process. Co-founder of Thuru and 3H Innovations, as well as Director of Trade Sri Lanka, Heminda Jayaweera, joins us at the studio for some insights. Heminda, welcome. What made you think of going into inventing natural dyes? What is the USP?
We were looking at innovations in the food industry, and one of the biggest problem we faced was there was no natural dyes. So even the dyes we had to get from the synthetic material. So then we were we were doing some innovations on natural dye for food products. So that was the initiation. Then it came up really nice, and then we thought, okay, somebody actually sort of gave the idea, why don't you extend it to apparel industry? That is one of the biggest issues right now in the apparel industry. The whole dyeing process is one of the biggest sustainability issue. We came up with few colors, not the entire color palette, but 4 to 5 colors, and obviously with that colors we can get a lot of shades. And right now we are sort of got a lot of stability tests which are very important.
What sort of natural ingredients do you use in this process?
100% natural, we can assure that. But then there are certain materials that we have to use for color stability. So those are the things now we are testing, because there are a lot of regulations in the textile industry, not for the material that we use for the color, but for the stability. We can assure 100% now all those materials that we use are also natural, and we can pass the test used by the apparel industry.
Given the amount of dyes that are used in the apparel industry, do you think there will be enough of supply once this gets into the main market?
First of all, when we started the entire process, the first thing that we looked at was the material. So there was so much of material that we heard, like flowers and different things that we could use, but then we were very skeptical about the sourcing part. So we sort of first, before even getting into the research part, we assured that the material supply is there. So all the 4 colors we developed are based on the abundance of material. So I think that we can assure.
How will this innovation actually hold up to the scrutiny of the discerning buyer in the apparel industry?
We have to make sure that the price also falls into the same level of what the synthetic dye or the synthetic process gives. We know that we can be in par with synthetic dye, so I think that's the biggest challenge. And the other challenge is, as I mentioned, for stability, because we have to pass through various tests like ultraviolet test, so the color should not fade. Then the washing cycles, number of washing cycles, 25 or 50, the color should not should not shade. Then also the pH changes, because it's a natural. Then if there's a pH change, there can be color changes. All this has to be tested, and abrasion test. So we are in the process of doing it. For that, we need to add a certain amount of is natural material that we have to add, but then we have to make sure that those are within the approved materials in the apparel industry. That is what we are testing right now. So far our test has been very successful.
So if you like our show, don't forget to follow us. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn.
You focus on your goals. We will take care of the risks. Silinko Life.